Hello everyone and welcome to Hooked on Carnival, or help me, I'm confused. Most of the time, sometimes I am too, but you, not me today. Each episode we hope to answer some of your questions to help improve your Carnival Glass collecting experience. This week we've enlisted a yellow cab driver, a professional hitchhiker, and a Ralph Cramden lookalike to help answer your questions about Carnival Glass. He drove the bus. So with no further ado, let's get started. Natasha, first question, please. What's up, furry guy? Yeah, okay, you're getting a part-time job. Well, that's great. You need some extra money to attract girls. I see. Nice clothes, shoes, dental floss. Okay. What's the job? You're going to work for Tuber. Well, you mean Uber, don't you? No, Tuber, it's a new company, and you figure you've got an in because your DNA was 10% rutabaga, and rutabagas are tubers. Well, I don't. But you've already got a job. Oh, okay, as long as it doesn't affect your work here, okay? As long as it doesn't affect your work here. Piece of cake? Well, good luck with the job, and good luck with the girls. Okay, let's get back to the questions, okay? Okay, let's see what the question is. Question is, what are the markings on Carnival Glass? Okay, let's see if we can answer that question for you. Okay. In the vintage pre-1930 glass, only 2 U.S. companies had any markings on their Carnival Glass. Those 2 were first Imperial Glass Company, marked some early very plain pieces with a cross that had an IM in the top left, PE in the top right, RI in the bottom left, and AL in the bottom right. This is frequently called the Imperial Cross marking. If you take a look at it, in a way it spells Imperial. Northwood, the second place, marked much of their glass with a capital N that is underlined and placed inside a small circle. This marking was copied by companies. It is slightly larger, so you do need to be a little careful in assuming that the N in a circle is old Carnival Glass made by Northwood. It may be tricky. The contemporary glass is more frequently marked. And IG, LIG, or ALIG was a trademark used by Imperial Glass Company from the early 1960s to their close. Fenton marked their contemporary glass with a Fenton F in script, or the word Fenton in script. Okay? There is a great link that you'll see along the bottom of your screen as we go through the rest of this episode. Okay? Let's take a look at the pieces in front of me here and take a look at what we've got up on the board here. It says, what are the markings of Carnival Glass? And understand that these are a few of the many markings that you might find out there. Okay? Let's take a look first at the vintage era. Okay, we have 2 pieces here, and only 2 companies made markings in that vintage area. It was Imperial and Northwoods. Okay? To my left I have, I'm sorry. Thank you, Tasha. The Imperial Cross, we have no examples of it. Okay, no examples of it. And that Imperial Cross, again, as I read, would have IM in the upper left, PE in the upper right, RI in the lower left, and AL in the lower right. So we don't have an example of the Imperial Cross. Now, there may be other marks that Imperial had. Okay, so these aren't all of them. These aren't exclusive. Okay. Northwood, again, they had the circle with a capital N and a line underneath it. And we do have examples of these, okay? We couldn't find an example of the Imperial Cross in glass laboratories, but we do have these here, okay? These both are Memphis as far as the pattern. This is a Memphis punch bowl in blue, and if you look on the inside, the very inside, you will see that circle with a capital N in it with a line underneath it, okay? The other one example of Northwood here, we have the Northwood Memphis again. This is a cup in amethyst. If you look inside, in the very bottom of it, it's got the circle with the N and a line underneath it. Okay, so these two would be vintage. Again, we don't have an example of the imperial, but very often you'll see the IMPERIAL, the imperial cross, on the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at some contemporary pieces over here. I've got 3 contemporary pieces here. Lots of companies mark their glass. Lots of companies making contemporary glass mark their glass, okay? We have 2 companies down here with some of the examples. Imperial would mark it with an IG for imperial glass, LIG for Lenox imperial glass when they were purchased, okay? Or Arthur Lorch imperial glass. So the name has been shown in 3 different markings here. But these are 3 of many markings, okay? These aren't the only ones, okay? I've got an example of beaded jewel here, okay? And this beaded jewel has the IG on the bottom on the inside. So again, a contemporary glass with the IG marking on it, okay? I've got an example of a Fenton, okay? Fenton can have 2 of many markings, okay? A lot of times you'll see a script F or a script Fenton. In other words, the whole name of the glass company would be written out, okay? I've got, excuse me, a Persian medallion plate here. Again, this is contemporary. And on the back, you would see that the name Fenton in an oval would be on it. Again, this is contemporary. Okay. I've got a poppy show vase in purple. And again, this is contemporary. And on the bottom, I know you may not be able to see it, but probably on a picture you'll be able to see it. It's got the Fenton oval with the Fenton script on it. Okay? So, hello. You could do that with Carnival Glass. Okay, now you can find the complete list of contemporary markings on carnivalheaven.com, and again, you'll see that along the bottom of your screen. So if you can look that up online, and you can find the complete list of contemporary, okay? So we've got vintage, contemporary. Those markings can mean a lot, okay? And there you have it. Hopefully we've been able to answer your questions and help your Carnival Glass collecting experience. Tasha, do we have any comments from reviewers? Okay, got some comments, good. Dr. Glass, my beauty shop does a free makeover for famous people. I guess I'm in that category now. Oh, well. Would you be willing to come in and let us do something with your hair? It's getting a little wild. Signed, someone who cares. I don't think so. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so keep those letters and comments coming in. You can see them to me send them to me at drglass@hookedoncarnival.com. You can see that along the bottom of your screen. Also, please run right out and join your local Carnival Glass Club. They're the best place to get hooked on Carnival. For those who live in or near Pennsylvania, think about joining the Keystone Carnival Glass Club. They're a great club, and membership is no more than a big box of Hershey chocolate. Again, you can see their website along the bottom of your screen. So that's our show for today. What? You need the keys to my car? Why? That's the car you're using? No, Boris, no way. You're not kidding. Remember the last time you took my car to pick up my mother-in-law and you wrecked it? What do you mean it's okay now because you've got a driver's license and you've learned how to drive stick? Well, who taught you stick? Tasha, we need to talk about this after the show. I don't know. We'll think about it. For now, wave goodbye to the viewers. Take care. We'll see you next week.